Hello and welcome back to Better Living Tips. Today we're exploring a principle that can transform your interactions. Learn to listen with the intention of understanding rather than responding. Listening is an art, a skill that can significantly enhance the quality of your relationships, whether personal or professional. Imagine a world where every conversation you have is meaningful, where you feel truly heard and understood. This is the power of listening with the intention of understanding. When we listen to respond, our minds are often preoccupied with formulating a reply, rather than fully absorbing what the other person is saying. This can lead to misunderstandings, missed opportunities, and a lack of genuine connection. On the other hand, when we listen to understand, we open ourselves up to truly engaging with the speaker, fostering empathy and deeper connections. Consider a scenario at work. A colleague is sharing their ideas during a meeting. If you're focused on crafting your response, you might miss the nuances of their proposal, potentially overlooking valuable insights. However, if you listen with the intent to understand, you can appreciate their perspective, ask thoughtful questions, and contribute more meaningfully to the discussion. In personal relationships, this principle is equally powerful. Think about a time when you felt truly listened to. How did it make you feel? Likely it fostered a sense of trust and respect. By listening to understand, you can offer this same gift to others, strengthening your bonds and creating a more supportive environment. To practice this skill, start by being fully present in your conversations. Put away distractions, maintain eye contact, and show genuine interest in what the other person is saying. Reflect on their words before responding, and ask clarifying questions to ensure you fully grasp their message. Remember, listening with the intention of understanding is not about agreeing with everything the other person says. It's about valuing their perspective and making them feel heard. This approach can lead to more productive and harmonious interactions both in your personal life and in the workplace. So, as you go about your day, challenge yourself to listen with the intention of understanding. Notice the difference it makes in your interactions and the positive impact it has on your relationships. Thank you for joining us on Better Living Tips. Stay tuned for more insights on how to enhance your everyday life. In our fast-paced world, we're often eager to share our thoughts and forget to truly listen. This habit can lead to misunderstandings and missed connections. We live in an age where communication is instant and constant. With the advent of social media, texting, and instant messaging, the way we interact has drastically changed. We're bombarded with information and stimuli, making it challenging to focus on the person in front of us. Instead of engaging in meaningful conversations, we often find ourselves distracted by our devices or our own thoughts. This tendency to listen just to respond, rather than to understand, can create a barrier between us and others. When we interrupt or think about our reply while someone else is speaking, we miss the essence of their message. This can lead to feelings of isolation and frustration, as people feel unheard and undervalued. Genuine listening requires patience and empathy. It means setting aside our own agenda and truly focusing on the speaker. By practicing active listening, we can improve our relationships and build deeper connections. This involves giving our full attention, maintaining eye contact, and responding thoughtfully. When we listen to understand, we show respect and appreciation for the other person's perspective. This not only enhances our communication but also fosters trust and mutual respect. In a world where everyone is eager to be heard, being a good listener can set us apart. It can make us more empathetic, compassionate, and effective in our interactions. So, the next time you find yourself in a conversation, take a moment to pause and truly listen. You might be surprised at what you learn and the connections you make. Remember, listening is not just about hearing words, it's about understanding the emotions and intentions behind them. It's about being present and engaged. By making a conscious effort to listen more and respond less, we can create a more connected and compassionate world. Let's strive to be better listeners and build stronger, more meaningful relationships. Listening with the intent to understand fosters empathy. It bridges gaps between cultures, generations, and ideologies. Experts agree that listening to understand opens doors to better communication. Dr. Emily Hart explains how empathy activates our brain's mirror neurons. Here are practical tips for becoming a better listener. Let's hear from individuals who transform their relationships by mastering the art of listening. Listening isn't always easy, but being aware of distractions helps overcome them. In today's fast-paced world, we are constantly bombarded with information and noise from all directions. Whether it's the incessant ping of notifications on our smartphones, the chatter of colleagues in a busy office, or the background noise in a bustling cafe, these distractions can make it incredibly challenging to focus on a single conversation. However, recognizing these barriers is the first step towards overcoming them. To truly listen, one must be present in the moment. This means putting away distractions, such as turning off notifications on your phone or finding a quieter place to have important discussions. Creating an environment conducive to listening is crucial. For instance, if you're in a noisy cafe, consider moving to a quieter corner or even stepping outside for a moment. In a busy office, finding a meeting room or a quiet space can make a significant difference. Moreover, it's essential to practice active listening. This involves not just hearing the words being spoken, but also understanding the emotions and intentions behind them. Nod in agreement, maintain eye contact, and provide feedback to show that you are engaged. Ask clarifying questions if something is unclear, and summarize what you've heard to ensure you've understood correctly. Group conversations can be particularly challenging, as multiple voices and opinions can create a cacophony of sound. In such situations, it's helpful to establish ground rules such as taking turns to speak and avoiding interruptions. Encourage everyone to listen actively and respect each other's viewpoints. Ultimately, overcoming barriers to listening requires a combination of awareness, environment management, and active engagement. By prioritizing these elements, we can foster better communication and deeper connections with those around us. In a world that often feels disconnected, listening to understand brings us closer. It's a simple change that makes all the difference.